What's going on, everybody? Josh Robbie here, and welcome back to the War Crimes Ahoy podcast.
Yo. What's up? It's me, Robert Vincent McCoy. The fourth.
Yeah, we're back. I
was a little slower this time with my intro. Not as fast as I usually am. Not zooming through the intro. Just a little chill one today, you know?
Yeah. Oh, more tonight, because it's like 10 o'clock at night when we're recording this.
Whatever. I went to work earlier.
I was
the first time I went to work in like 20 days.
Oh, yeah. Good point. I was also at work, but I've been working recently, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But, be sure to download this episode, and all the episodes for that matter. I actually haven't checked how many downloads we have.
I can check. Oh, I want to check.
I'm doing that right now, actually.
I'm going to check too.
1,638.
1,638. You guys are killing it.
Yes. But yeah, anyway, download
What
it.
legends? Download all the episodes.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I think I'm gonna do a marathon tomorrow. I'm gonna listen through all the episodes.
Ooh. Really?
Just cause, you know? Just cause.
But anyway, I have something I want to talk about today. I just thought this was kind of funny.
I like funny things.
So, for a bit of a blast in the past, I've been replaying a game from when I was younger. Mainly because I know I'd understand it now that I'm older.
Alright.
That would be Far Cry 4.
Far Cry 4.
Yes.
I remember that. That was fun.
Now that I'm playing it, and at my age now, I understand it a lot more. Because I was kind of just like, oh, that's happened. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's exactly the same for me. I was just like, oh, these are the bad guys. I'm gonna kill them.
Yeah.
They're bad guys.
Yeah, but now that I've listened, I've noticed something, and something I found funny when I was younger was the radio in Far Cry 4. The radio,
right.
I always found very funny. And I didn't know this, but apparently the guy has a name that speaks on the radio. It's called Radio Free Kirat, because that's where the game takes place. And you know what his name is?
Hey, you're right. What's his name?
Robbie Ray Rana.
I remember that.
Yeah, and he has propaganda missions.
I remember that.
And he goes, "This is Robbie Ray Rana from Free Kirat." And I was like,
I haven't played that in such a long time.
Yeah, it's a fun game. It's really fun. I should
play. Maybe I'll play through it again.
I actually plan on getting DLC for the game Valley of the Yetis.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get it. Yeah.
You could ride on an elephant if you wanted in that game.
Yeah.
That was sick.
That was sick.
You just get to ride an elephant, plow through towns, just kill.
Yeah.
Random tyrannical government members, I guess. I don't know what else to call them.
I think that faction, the guys in the red, I think they're called the Royal Army.
Yeah, that's probably it.
And then when you venture up north, they're called the Royal Guard.
Ah, those scary people.
Yeah. But yeah, Robbie Ray Rana, he was the one that voiced
Robbie.
Robbie. That's why I thought it was funny, because Robbie Ray Rana does
what a homie.
stuff on like the radio. We don't really do stuff on the radio, but we still do somewhat similar stuff to what he does. And your name is also Robbie, so
exactly, we're just the same person.
Then again, his Robbie is spelled differently. And besides, his name is actually Robbie. Yours is Robert, but people call you Robbie. But Robbie Ray Rana, he's a cool guy. I like his.
He's a cool guy.
I remember way back when I beat the game, and like I listened to the radio. He was talking about like this thing called Honey Badgers Gone Wild or something.
Oh gosh.
Because that was when that Girls Gone Wild stuff was going on. So
I don't even know what that is.
I don't really know either. But then they wanted to be trendy, so they started doing Honey Badgers Gone Wild.
Honey Badgers.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seems like a good spin there.
And I noticed the decisions you make in the game, like with the two other characters in the Golden Path, basically the way Far Cry 4 works is that you have to work with two people, but you work with the one that you favor more, and they're Amita and Sabal. Last time when I played the first time, I sided with Amita, but this time I'm siding with Sabal, and I'm liking my playthrough a lot more.
What are they? It's Amita and what's the other guy's name?
I said it. It's Amita and Sabal.
Sabal.
Yeah,
that's how you pronounce it. I was just curious because that's the guy who I remember siding.
Yeah, I sided with Amita, and I remember regretting my choice because the ending for her is really shitty. She makes like children work for the Golden Path, like little children work for the Golden Path.
How nice of her.
Also, Sabal, I think all he does is he like just kind of like punishes the people that sided with Amita. He doesn't really do anything else. Amita just makes children work like really hard jobs.
Amita's just a fan of child labor.
Yeah, but
that's not cool of you, Amita.
Yeah,
and we don't approve of that. We don't. Here, us at the War Crimes Ahoy Network, we don't approve of child labor. Just in case.
We don't. But yeah, it says in the loading screen it says Amita favors progress while Sabal favors tradition. And I think they're kind of right. I mean, Sabal, most of the missions you do for Sabal are all about like the monuments and guarding them, and Amita's missions are all about like the Golden Path and kind of getting them up to boot.
I remember a lot about, I think it was opium, something like that.
Yeah, there's a big conflict between Amita and Sabal. Amita wants you to help with the opium fields, and Sabal wants you to destroy them. And since I was siding with Sabal, I obviously destroyed the opium fields.
Yeah, how fun. Drugs.
Yeah, she's saying that the opium can be used in hospitals. But Sabal's like, well, that's not what the leader of Kirat wanted. He didn't want drugs. So,
no drugs. We don't like drugs.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to the mission, because eventually there's a time where, like, whichever person you're siding for, they're basically like, alright, that other person, they've got to go. They're done. And then they send you after them to kill them.
I didn't kill the other person, though.
I did. I killed Sabal in my playthrough.
Oh, I don't think I did. When I played, I was sided with Sabal, but I didn't kill the other one.
So you didn't kill Amita?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. And then there's the final...
I think I did.
And there's the final choice where with Pagan Min, you can either kill him or not.
I didn't kill him either.
I killed him.
If you kill him, he literally just like falls in a soup. That's like the end.
His crab rangoon.
Oh yeah.
You know what the funniest thing about Far Cry 4 is?
What?
At the beginning, there's a dinner scene where Pagan Min tells you to sit there. If you literally stay there and sit there, he will bring you to Lakshmana, the place where Ajay, the main character, was trying to go, and he will bring you there to scatter his mother's ashes, and the game will end.
Yeah, so he's just like, yeah, okay. And doesn't he say, let's go shoot some guns or something like that?
Yeah.
He's like, okay, now that we're done with that stuff, let's go shoot some guns.
Yeah, at the beginning, he's like, Ajay, I'm gonna like you a lot. You and me, we're going to tear shit up. And then it starts to play some song by The Clash. Some rock song. It's funny.
I should play that game again.
Yeah. And in the beginning scene, he's like, the Royal Guard, because AJ's on a bus coming in from America to Karat, and the bus is hijacked by the Royal Guard. And Pagan Min, the main antagonist, is like, I specifically told you to stop the bus, and you chose to shoot the bus. Do those sound similar? Stop. Shoot. I don't know. It's funny.
Doesn't he like kill him with like a pencil after?
He does. Like yeah, he does. The guard's like, it got out of control, and Pagan takes a pen out of his and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, what?" And he just fucking slits his throat with a pen. And then when Pagan gets up from the ground, he's like, "I got blood on my fucking shoes." It's funny.
I don't know. He was a weird man.
He was a very strange antagonist.
He just wore like a pink suit.
Yeah. You don't really see Pagan Min for a lot of the game, do you? Kind of like with most antagonists in Ubisoft games, you don't really see the main antagonist for most of the game until the end.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's... You see him a couple times throughout the...
You see him in the beginning. He taunts you on the radio. He basically just taunts the player, sometimes on the radio. You kill his double. He has like a clone that you kill, but that's not actually him. He captures you on a prison. He captures you in the Himalayas, and you see him in a prison, a mountain prison, Durgesh, I think it's called. And then you see him at the end.
Yeah.
Where you ultimately kill him or leave him. And I like the scene where you leave him. He's like, Ajay, you can have Kirat, but I'm taking the helicopter.
Yeah, I know. He just leaves. If you have an RPG, you can like shoot down the helicopter.
You know what's funny about that? If you choose to let Pagan live, if you go to a certain site on the map, you can actually see the helicopter downed and Pagan is dead.
I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah, there's like a certain site where like the helicopter is destroyed and you can find Pagan's body and you can loot him. I think he has like 100,000 rupees on him. He's got a lot of rupees.
Sounds like a disease.
Obviously, considering... Yeah, it does. But obviously he has a lot since he's a...
Well, I mean...
Pagan Min's...
like
he's
the leader.
He's a dictator, you could consider him, right?
I think that's probably a good thing to consider him.
Yeah, I mean, he's basically just like a dictator of the... I like the setting for the game.
It's basically Nepal. I think that's what it's based on.
Well, yeah, it is, because there's some missions where you literally go to the Himalayan mountains. It says on the loading screen, the Himalayas.
Oh, right, yeah. It's literally just Nepal.
Yeah, it's literally just like central Nepal, and you're surrounded by...
Except they just changed it to Kirat.
Yeah, that's where like the main game takes place. It takes place in like this weird place. It's a cool place, though. It's a cool setting.
Yeah.
What's other interesting stuff about Far Cry 4? I don't know. There's a lot. I guess the Shangri-La parts are pretty cool.
What is that? The weird druggy parts with the like? There's the two druggy guys.
Yogi and Reggie. One of their missions, they send you after something called a Shangri-La Thanka. And if you read it, you teleport to this like new world, and you play as like some guy who's exploring and looking for Shangri-La.
It's weird. It's like, it's all druggy.
It is. That's what Yogi and Reggie do. They just kind of drug... They basically, all of their missions include drugging you, taking all of your gear, and sending you after Yogi and Reggie. That's it.
It's very fun.
Yeah.
They were like my favorite part of it.
I kind of got annoyed by them, especially like in this playthrough. I kind of got annoyed because I didn't remember.
No, that was like my favorite part.
Yeah, they were kind of funny. Yeah.
The other fun part was the helicopter. You get to fly around in that like mini helicopter.
Yeah, the buzzer.
Yeah.
Those are pretty cool. What else?
Oh, there's that weird fact that, you know, when you click Y to heal yourself, sometimes you'll literally like you'll fall off like a cliff and you heal yourself by pulling a bullet out of your arm.
Oh yeah, that's kind of strange.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, you know, I just fell and like magically 9mm is now in my forearm. But I mean, whatever.
And I love how when you take it out, like he uses a stick to take it out. He doesn't even treat it. He just removes it and he heals. He gains like 2 bars of health.
Just pull it out. It's alright. It's just a scratch.
Yeah, he pulls out and all of a sudden he's like somewhat rejuvenated, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Or there's the fact that you can pull the same stick out of your arm 5 times in a row.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. And then if you have syringes, those are interesting. You can get like majorly burnt. You can get like absolutely fumigated by like a flamethrower. Just get burnt to like almost a crisp, and stick a syringe in yourself.
Light you on fire, and you just syringe,
You know,
There we go.
I've
I'm
had
done, baby.
instances where like I've been lit on fire by a heavy unit. Actually, just this night, I've been lit on fire by a heavy unit. I've put the fire out, been low on health. I'm like, oh, I don't have any syringes. I need to heal. And I've literally used matches to cauterize a wound. I literally heal myself from a burn by burning myself.
That's another thing I don't get. Like, why the heck does the protagonist carry like so many matches on him?
And he lights them all at once. At least in Far Cry 2, the guy just like lit a cloth on fire and just stuck it in. He has like a ton of matches.
He literally took an entire box of matches and then like cauterized a wound with it.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna start an actual fire. That is a lot of matches.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think you need that much to cauterize. Well, we don't really see the wound. And then there's the fact that you can wrap up the same arm with a bandage like 5 different times.
Exactly. You can pull the same stick out of your arm 5 times.
It's
You can
funny.
pull the same fragment of metal out of your forearm 5 times.
If you get hit by arrows, you can pull the same arrows out of your arms multiple times.
There's what's another thing? Oh yeah, there's one where he just like fixes his arm. He just like yanks on his arm.
Yeah. There's
I
one
think.
where his like I think if you take fall damage, or like if you get hit like a melee attack, your fingers are bent. And you have to just kind of bend them back into shape.
Snap him back into place.
Yeah. I don't know. Then there's like, yeah, they definitely tone down on the healing animations as they progress in games. Because Far Cry 2, there was like healing animations where you literally take like a foot-long piece of rebar out of your chest, out of your stomach. You would literally just like rip it out and be fine.
Yeah, I don't think that would. I don't. Think that would.
Yeah. And then there's like all tons of all different types. Like you would be fixing your frame, so like your arm, you'd be like fixing your arm, putting it back into place.
Oh.
You'd like be extracting stuff that's stuck into you, healing cuts,
But Far Cry
cauterizing
5,
wounds.
I don't think that even had like. Did that have any animation?
A bit. There's like a few bandaging, maybe like one frame healing, so like fixing like your fingers, maybe like a few bullet extractions, but not that much.
I thought in Far Cry 5, ugh. I didn't think there was anything. I think you literally just healed when you clicked Y.
No, and most of the time, well, yeah, it's kind of like a slight heal. I mean, not as much as Far Cry 4.
I forget. I haven't played any of them in a while.
Yeah, and then Far Cry New Dawn is just really bad. I mean, it's not.
No,
I think
I forgot that game existed. No, I'm sad. Why you remind me of it?
I like that game kind of.
Did you?
I did kind of.
Huh.
Mainly because of the powers, because you literally got powers in that game.
Oh, I don't even know.
Then again, one of the best Far Cries of them all was probably Blood Dragon.
I never got that far in it, but
That
looks like a good game.
it was pretty fun. Considering that you could literally sprint really fast and forever at the beginning of the game.
What do you mean?
Like you'd sprint faster than like the normal Far Cry characters, and you could sprint forever, like right from the beginning of the game.
Oh,
It's because
you mean?
the character you play as is Rex Power Colt. He's like a Mark IV or Mark III cyber soldier, and they come with all sorts of capabilities when you start.
He can just run forever.
I think he can bleed. I think you can breathe underwater indefinitely too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But even though you got all sorts of like stuff like that, the game is still pretty decently difficult. So I like how they balanced it.
Right.
Yeah. But I don't.
I'm searching up the healing animations currently, and it.
For what game?
Far Cry 5. It literally. I don't think there are any, except for when like the bees are after you. You like pat away the bees, or you.
Yeah. And then there's like ones where you're on fire. You put out fire too.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. I definitely skimmed on the healing animations in later games.
I wonder if 6 is gonna be.
I wonder that too. You know what I did like about the older Far Cry games?
What?
I liked the mini-map.
Oh, yeah?
I did. Like, in Far Cry 4, I actually liked the mini-map.
I don't even remember it.
Yeah, Far Cry 4 had a mini-map at the bottom. They removed it in Far Cry 5 and added the compass at the top of the screen.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. And then there's that other Far Cry game no one really talks about. What is it, Far Cry Primal? I like that game a lot, too.
What? I barely played it, to be
Yeah.
honest. But I wouldn't say I certainly wouldn't say it's bad.
I played it a lot. I really like that game.
I think I have it, but I just never got into it.
I was really, like, fascinated with taming animals.
Right.
Like,
that's cool.
Like, I really, really wanted a honey badger.
Yes. I think I remember that.
And I got one, and I was so happy.
I'm so proud.
And then there were, like, big predators that you could tame that you could actually ride. You could literally ride, like, saber-toothed tigers.
So you could what?
You could ride, like, the saber-toothed tigers or the bears.
A bear?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I like the saber-toothed
Riding
tiger.
bears is fun.
The saber-toothed tiger
I
was
wish
faster.
I could ride a bear.
The bear was pretty cool. The bear was a lot more damage resistant than the tiger. But the
I
tiger...
want to ride a bear. That actually sounds fun.
Good luck.
Is that a thing you can do?
Bear riding? I don't know.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah. Like I said, saber-toothed cat was pretty cool.
That'd be fun to ride too.
Yeah. I don't know. The Far Cry series is a pretty nice series. I like that game series a lot, actually.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big fan. I mean,
Didn't you say at
I don't like this. What?
Didn't you say at one point it was like one of your favorite game series?
It probably is.
I feel like you said that at some
Probably
point.
was. I mean, like, I don't like some of them though. That's the thing. Like, I didn't like Primal that much. Like I said, I really didn't like New Dawn. It was very not good,
Yeah.
in my opinion. But
Other than that, the other
Nothing
games are
wrong.
pretty. I heard people didn't like the DLCs for Far Cry 5, except for Lost on Mars. Other than that,
the Mars one was fun. I didn't finish the Vietnam one, and the Zombies one was just terrible.
wasn't the Vietnam one like you pretty much basically had to do stealth, or like mostly stealth?
Not sure. I didn't get that far, but it's literally like you rescue a couple people, except when they die, they actually die, and you can't revive them. So basically, yeah, the whole point is to revive these people, except they die pretty easily.
Oh.
So I don't know. They're your companions. You know how you can have companions in that game and they help fight with you.
Yeah.
Except they just die. Like they'll die and you can't revive them. And then I don't know what the point of you even doing anything at that point is. But
Yeah. I've heard that game is like really reliant on stealth. And
Yeah,
maybe
I don't
that DLC is fun if you're into stealth. I kind of like stealth. I like to do stealth, but maybe not everyone else. Most likely, not everyone is.
it can be fun for a while, but then it gets boring.
I've seen like Far Cry 5 videos of people doing like these really inventive stealth runs through outposts, and it's actually pretty impressive.
That stuff's insane. Some dude who speed runs the Far Cry 4 ones would literally he put like a ton of dynamite under a car
and
like,
made
blew it up. So it'd land on some guy on the
Yeah.
other side of the outpost. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
I've been like,
First of all,
wow.
that's not how that works. You can't just put a pound of plastic explosives under a car and launch it literally into the stratosphere.
It's fun though.
It's certainly fun.
Yeah. I don't know. Those are common with the Far Cry 5 videos. I like them a lot. I've seen ones where like I remember one time I was playing Far Cry 5 with a kid. I was playing co-op. We were liberating outposts. That's literally all we were doing, but we were doing stealthy. And I use the shovel a lot, and you can actually throw the shovel as like a spear.
Oh,
So,
yeah, in Far Cry 5?
yeah, I threw the shovel straight up into the air to hit someone, and it actually landed, and I got the final kill, and it was really cool.
Well, if you want to do it a little bit faster, you can use the shovel launcher.
Yeah.
That is literally just, they got so bizarre in that game.
Yeah.
It's just shovel RPG.
It's literally just an RPG that shoots shovels, yeah.
Yeah, like what? What in the world?
That's funny. I like the Rat 4, that was pretty cool. It was just a guided missile launcher.
The laser guns make everything else irrelevant.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
They're like extremely powerful.
Well, yeah, it's like there's one that's like a one shot no matter what.
Isn't it like that sniper
on
rifle
almost everything. On almost everything. It's called like the laser taser or something.
Yeah.
And it's just like a giant beam that has like almost infinite range. You can take down planes in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I remember I'd usually like take a sniper rifle and kill the pilots in planes.
Jeez. My hands are too shaky for that.
It's not extremely difficult. I don't know. Anyway, I think we're gonna start wrapping this episode up.
Ranting about Far Cry series. I mean, hopefully you at least know a little bit about Far Cry.
Yeah.
Or if not, maybe you enjoyed us talking in very vague terminology about it. But I mean...
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I like the Far Cry games, and I really hope Far Cry 6 is not a big letdown, because I do plan on getting that one.
I hope it's not a letdown. That would be very sad.
That would be very... I don't know.
Can't deal with another game not being that good.
Yeah. Anyway, be sure to download this episode, and all of the other episodes for that matter. Be sure to follow our Instagram pages at War Crimes Ahoy, I'm Rory12 and Homeboy Josh, and subscribe to the YouTube channel at War Crimes Ahoy, and that really helps us out.
You can also leave something in the mailbag if you want. Like I said, just DM one of us. And just tell us something you want us to talk about, or a question you might have. It's optional, but like, if it's cool. You should do it. Yeah. I approve.
Yeah. Anyway, we will see you guys in the next episode.
See you later.